Forget your fancy restaurants, your white tablecloths, your Michelin stars. We're diving headfirst into the heart and soul of Phnom Penh, the streets. This ain't for the faint of heart, folks. This is where the real flavors live, where the air is thick with smoke and spice, where the hustle never sleeps. Get ready to sweat, to crave, to eat until you can't move. We're about to embark on a culinary pilgrimage, a baptism in the fiery, fragrant broth of Cambodian street food. The day begins not with coffee, but with a symphony of slurping. Picture this: the sun's barely up, casting a golden glow on the city, and already the sidewalks are buzzing. Plastic stools are crammed next to steaming cauldrons, old ladies hawk their wares with a knowing smile, and the aroma hits you like a right hook, a heady mix of lemongrass, turmeric, and something undeniably fishy. This, my friends, is Nom Ban Chok, the breakfast of champions. Imagine tender rice noodles, drowning in a vibrant green curry, a riot of fresh herbs piled high, and a dollop of that fermented fish paste, prahok, for good measure. It's an assault on the senses, a wake-up call to your taste buds, and a damn good way to start the day. The French may have introduced the baguette to Cambodia, but the Cambodians, they made it their own. This ain't your delicate, crusty Parisian loaf. This is numpang, a gutsy, no-holds-barred sandwich that's practically bursting at the seams. Picture this: a freshly baked baguette, crisp on the outside, pillowy soft within, slathered with chili sauce that'll make your eyes water. Then comes the onslaught of flavor-grilled meats, tangy pickled vegetables, fragrant cilantro, and a fiery kick that'll leave you wanting more. It's messy, it's chaotic, it's the perfect fuel for a day of exploring the city's hidden gems. Follow your nose to the heart of the market, where plumes of smoke rise and mingle with the scent of 1,000 spices. There, amongst the throngs of people and the cacophony of vendors, you'll find them, the Chuan masters, their faces illuminated by the glow of hot coals. These aren't your dainty cocktail skewers, no sir. We're talking an avalanche of meat, seafood, and vegetables, all expertly threaded onto bamboo sticks and grilled to smoky perfection. The key? It's all in the marinade, a secret blend of spices and sauces that varies from vendor to vendor, each one guarding their recipe like a prized possession. Grab a skewer or 10 and let the smoky, savory flavors transport you to street food nirvana. They say you can tell a lot about a culture by its soup, and in Cambodia, the story is one of depth, complexity, and a whole lot of flavor. Khmer noodles, sometimes called Nom Ban Chok, are a cousin to Vietnamese pho, but with a distinctly Khmer twist. We're talking a rich, aromatic broth, simmered for hours with a symphony of spices. Then come the noodles, perfectly cooked and slippery smooth, and a generous helping of meat, seafood, or vegetables. But the real magic happens when you add the condiments. A squeeze of lime, a dollop of chili paste, a sprinkle of fresh herbs. Each bite is a revelation, a harmonious blend of flavors that'll have you slurping down every last drop. Look, I get it. Bugs. Not everyone's cup of tea, right? But trust me on this one. In Cambodia, fried insects aren't just a novelty, they're a delicacy, a protein-packed snack that's been enjoyed for centuries. From crunchy crickets to plump grasshoppers, these little critters are seasoned with a magical blend of spices and fried to crispy perfection. Take a deep breath, close your eyes, and pop one in your mouth. The initial crunch might surprise you, but then comes the flavor. A savory umami explosion that'll have you reaching for more. It's a challenge, sure, but hey, isn't that what adventure's all about? Forget your fluffy American pancakes drowning in syrup. Ban Chao is a different beast altogether, a savory, crispy crepe that's a staple of Cambodian street food. Picture this: a thin batter of rice flour and coconut milk, poured onto a sizzling hot griddle. Then comes the fun part: a generous scattering of minced pork, juicy shrimp, and crunchy bean sprouts. The whole thing is cooked to golden perfection, then folded into a neat square and served with a side of tangy dipping sauce. It's the perfect balance of textures and flavors: crispy, savory, and utterly addictive. Lord Cha is the kind of dish that'll have you licking your plate clean and then chasing the vendor down for seconds. It's a chaotic, beautiful mess of stir-fried short rice noodles, a rainbow of mixed vegetables, and your choice of protein from tender beef to succulent prawns. The secret? It's all in the wok hai, that smoky, charred flavor that only comes from cooking over high heat. Each mouthful is an explosion of textures and tastes: chewy noodles, crunchy vegetables, and that unmistakable smoky aroma. And don't forget the squeeze of lime, adding a burst of freshness that cuts through the richness. The Cambodian heat can be relentless, but thankfully, there's a delicious way to cool down. Fruit shakes. These aren't your average smoothies, folks. We're talking about an explosion of tropical flavors, blended to icy perfection. Imagine juicy mangoes, sweet pineapples, creamy coconuts, all whizzed up together into a refreshing elixir. You'll find them everywhere in Phnom Penh, from street carts to bustling markets, each vendor adding their own special twist. It's the perfect way to quench your thirst, cool down from the heat, and get a much-needed sugar rush. A muk is more than just a dish. It's an experience, a culinary symphony that embodies the very essence of Cambodian flavors. This ain't your average curry, folks. This is a labor of love, a delicate dance of spices and textures that'll have you weak at the knees. Imagine this: tender fish fillets, simmered in a creamy coconut curry, infused with lemongrass, galangal, and a whisper of chili. The whole thing is then steamed to perfection in a banana leaf, which imparts a subtle, earthy aroma. Each bite is a revelation, a harmonious blend of sweet, savory, and spicy, all coming together in a creamy, dreamy masterpiece. As the sun sets over Phnom Penh, casting long shadows across the city, it's time to end our culinary journey on a sweet note. Sticky rice with mango is the perfect way to finish your street food adventure. A simple yet satisfying dessert that's as ubiquitous as it is delicious. Imagine this: plump, glutinous rice, steamed to perfection and drizzled with sweet coconut milk and a sprinkle of sugar. Then comes the star of the show, ripe, juicy mango. Its sweetness a perfect counterpoint to the richness of the rice. It's a comforting, familiar flavor, the kind that stays with you long after you've finished the last bite. So there you have it, folks. A glimpse into the beating heart of Phnom Penh's street food scene. It's a world of flavor, a sensory overload, a testament to the ingenuity and resilience of the Cambodian people. Sure, you could stick to the tourist traps, the sanitized versions of these dishes. But why would you, when there's a whole world of flavor waiting to be discovered on the streets? Get out there, get your hands dirty, and experience the real Phnom Penh, one delicious bite at a time.